Hello, I'm Sherine Lovegrove, and I am so grateful to be here today to talk on Voices of Joy and to talk about some idea of what I think creates joy for me. And yes, I've had many joyful moments, but what is it that really makes me joyful? And I realized that the real single most important component for joy for me is synchronicity. Synchronicity, something that makes me so excited, something that makes me alive. It just activates me. And why is that? Why does synchronicity do that? Why does it make me feel this aliveness that I don't ordinarily experience? Well, I think it is because I am one of these people that really likes to look at the detail. I tell people God is in the detail. The closer we look at the detail in order to find, explore, see, unravel, the closer we get to God, the universe, the all that is, whatever it is that you believe in. But I believe that we are essentially spiritual beings, and that is at the heart of joy. That's at the heart of joy for me. So when I thought, oh, how do I write and talk about something here, I realized that last year, I had made more of a commitment that I was going to journey in. I was going to work towards clearing so that I could connect more to my soul, because my soul was crying. It was crying out for me. And then I got a name of a book called Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Parton, which was written in 1948. And here's where the synchronicity comes in. It makes me so excited, is because it was the story of apartheid South Africa. In 1948, the United Party was overthrown and the Nationalist Party got in. Herzog got in, and the roots of apartheid began. And Cry the Beloved Country was about social protest against the structures of society. Apartheid. When we lack joy, it's like being apart, living apart from our beloved. That beloved that is you. That beloved of you that is bigger than you. That is what happens. We are not with our beloved anymore. We're separate from us, like a different island. But you know, when we connect back, when we go home, like have home wrap itself around us and make us feel loved and safe and comforted, and joy transpires in such a big way. So for me, really starting to understand things from a very deep level of looking in is what does it for me, because it gives me those flashes of insight that allow me to know I'm connected. I'm connected to thy soul. My soul is talking. We're talking together. So for example, over the last year, I was really struggling because my background is that I was a nurse, intensive care and midwifery and general nurse, so I've done a lot of nursing. And I'm also a psychotherapist, and I've studied psychology and cognitive neuroscience. And I've also done a lot of energy medicine in the sense of, mind body medicine. So I have a whole gamut of stuff. And yet I couldn't put them all together. I didn't know how to put them all together. I didn't even know how to package it. I was really, really lost. And I couldn't work out how to do it. And I've been studying doing quantum integrative medicine. And yes, I was getting a sense of what that is, but it still didn't make it for me until all of a sudden I started to think of it as energies and densities. Oh, joy started to transpire, because in that moment I realized it's all about sovereignty. It's all about how we hold our boundaries. And it took me back to a time when I was studying intensive care, and I realized that the cell, whether it's acid to acid or to alkali, will get destroyed, and there will be ricocheting effects throughout the whole of that being. And then I realized Oh my goodness. This was sovereignty. How we are, how we join, how we are in the sense of our boundaries, whether our boundaries are more structured and solid or whether they're actually more or less sort of light and energetic, which part is our boundary? That excited me. And I started to realize this, I could put it down as a theory of everything because it fitted for me. It fitted all that part of me. It was like coming home. It was coming home. And that was what it was. And the sense of gratefulness and the sense of resting in it and letting it in and sinking and drinking and all of that. Yeah, that's joy. For me, it was realizing that I can let it in. I can let it in. And the moment I did that, things started to shift. Things changed in such an exponential way. So for me, it's about waking up every morning, putting my hands on my chest, connecting into my heart, and just being grateful. Grateful for something. Maybe like today, I was just grateful that I was coming on to talk on Voices of Joy. And I thought about that, and it just made my heart expand almost so much that it wanted to burst. I could feel the energy, and I knew, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. That feeling of joy, where infinite possibility becomes possible. Yeah, in a single moment, a single thought. Joy. Bliss. And I wish that for you. I wish that for you every day. All day. Thank you for listening.